welcome everybody. I don't know why I did that, but it's like, here I am. So welcome. And today is the reveal day on which card you chose. And it's a pretty big day too, astrologically. I mean, the moon is going to be conjuncting the North Node for the last time in Gemini as it passes over. We're really going to feel that kind of that internal disruption. Remember, the nodes work for the moon. And being in Gemini, this is like about, our truth, looking at our truth. So this is about our internal truth coming through. We also have the Sun conjunct Juno, which is, commitments, relationships. And it's at 22 degrees, which is the exact degree 2 years ago today. Our lives changed forever in the world. And that is when Saturn and Pluto conjuncted at 22 degrees. So it is a really taking a look at our own internal power and our beliefs, our values, what has changed, what has stayed the same, and looking at, and especially with Juno being there, about that commitment of partnerships and long term. Saturn and Pluto won't come back together for another 3 decades to complete this cycle. So it is a huge, change that we are going through and finding that truth, in what is being revealed. So leave that there. I'm going to be talking more about that on my live. So let's get into the cards that we chose and which card you chose. And I feel like I just looked at them this morning. I didn't look at them yesterday at all. And the first card, all of the cards, all the cards are good. Just saying, just all the cards are good. But this is where the first card, if you picked the first card, is joy. And joy is one of those words that for me is one of the higher vibrational words. I have joy on my door coming into my office, the word joy there, have joy on my back wall here with my paintings. It is that energy of, of celebration, of bringing in that celebration. Plus it is 37, which brings us to a 10, which brings us down to a 1. So like a beginning, stepping out and having that beginning. So this is like the spring, the sun breaking through after a long and gloomy winter. And joy reminds us to be grateful for all the gifts, all the little gifts that are bestowed upon us. And you're truly have a reason to smile when this marker appears on your path. So this is looking at, if you chose 1, that internal happiness that you have, the things that are really going well for you. And this is where, looking at the joyous completion of projects or the attainment of a goal or what you've been working for, and you can say, oh yeah, this has been going great. I just feel it. So bringing in that joy, very beautiful, beautiful card. There's the sun there, beautiful path. I really, looking at this, there is, it's just like, okay, things are going really, really well. So if you chose card 2, card 2 comes in and it is a 7. And 7 is when we are wanting to connect with not necessarily our spiritual team, but connecting with the higher beings and come in with the connection of the higher beings. And it's the bard. And the bard is the poet. The bard is the storyteller. The bard brings in, the myths and the history and the legends. And it comes from generation to generation through spoken word and song. And each bard would add their own piece to whatever that story was that they're telling and bring it in within their interpretation. and the bard would go and he'd bring news to different, from town to town. And he would gather, this is where people were gathering, and they gather on the leaves that served as letters in a living alphabet. So they would gather things. So he's got his little, there, it's all gathered. There's there's the king in there, and there's a soldier there. And so he's gathering all of this information. And we're going from place to place and bringing in information. Now, the stories are magical and sacred, and the sacred relationships with the god and the goddess. So bringing in that sacred relationship with your own self, with the god and the goddess, and the mysteries. And those schooled arts of music and storytelling were given the task of informing their world. So if you chose to, I think this is a time for you to really take, your relationship with God and goddess, bring in some music, and your relationship with music, and begin to listen to it and allow yourself to be carried into the land of memory and listen to the messages that come through with the music. And even allowing yourself to write or journal to bring forth your stories, your journal. And remember that the bard appears to help you stay in tune with all that is. So coming into that attunement of yes, all that is. And that is that you are music and your story is sung in the heavens. So that you are celebrated. You are a celebration. You have a unique earth walk, and your earth walk is different than anybody else's. So it is embracing that with the divine, embracing that with what you do each and every day. And the bard brings that sacredness for you. So remembering that sacredness of who you are and embracing it today. So yeah, bard number two. So number 3, and I saw a few people say, I want 3. So here comes 3, and 3 is wealth. So we have the 3, and it adds up to a 7 as well. So it's that intimate connection with your wealth, right? This is where, and I'm going to read this, know that wealth includes sharing. For this card is also a reminder to give something away to help others, be it money, time, or anything of value. Sharing will always ensure the flow of wealth. This marker is a very fortunate omen. So we have this beautiful omen on there. And wealth is whatever you put value to. So what are you, feeling of wealth? Yes, it could be financial, but it could also be with love, relationships. It could be that you are in a wealth of having harmony with the land, or whatever you put it in. It's a marker of abundance and success and achievement of the goals. So the wealth marker comes in, and it can refer to real riches or tangible results such as money or possessions. So look at your life right now and see, where am I wealthy? And embracing that wealth that you do have in your life, and allowing yourself to be open to it and open to more, and even open to more assets and more of the abundance with the wealth, because it's coming to you. It's saying, here I am. So the wealth card is a very beautiful, powerful card for you as well, and bringing in good fortune. So the cards that we had today were joy, the bard, and wealth. All of them really are beautiful cards for our earth walk. They're beautiful cards in letting us know to listen to our story, play some music, even read some poetry, and know that, with the wealth card, that you do have wealth. May not always show up in the bank account the way you want it, but you do have wealth. and that there is joy, to bringing that joy, that substance, that, you know, those beautiful things that you do in that internal earth walk that you are all on. So beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it. Love these cards. They're the Wisdom of Avalon cards by Colette Baron Reed. They're one of the very first decks that she wrote, and absolutely, they're a fabulous deck. Really, they are. So connect with your guides and spirits today, and have a blessed day, because you are all beautiful, beautiful lights, and within this cosmic realm that we are all in at this time. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. Thank you for joining me. If you are wanting to book a consultation, please go to thegurumama.com, and you'll be able to click on, I think it's called the store, and you'll see my consultations, whether it's a natal chart or a reading. And my readings, I do bring in, I kind of combined it. So I do bring in the natal chart to help for guidance, to show you the guidance and the energies that are coming in and how to work with them. And bringing in, you know, the oracle cards and tarot cards as a filler for what is the energy. And even though, and I'm going to say, even though you think, okay, this is going to be my focus, you know, I'm going to focus on this. And I always ask people what their focus is too. But that doesn't necessarily mean that is what the divine wants you to know. It could be something totally different. So, or something that you've been avoiding. Could be that too. We all do it. So have a great day, everybody. And we'll catch you later. And blessed be. Bye-bye.